So last night, guys, I made my video on the new Community Crunch 432, which had information on Fear Ascended, Extra Life, and Unreal Engine 5.4. Now, obviously, I had quite a bit of excitement in that video because I've been waiting for this Community Crunch for a while. But obviously, I've seen the comment section and I've seen the response to what's going on. And I wanted to talk about it today because I thought it was a pretty big topic. And obviously, I want to lay out some things that I think so too. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed today's video, smash a like, subscribe if you're new around here. If you want to donate to my Extra Life stream, that would be absolutely amazing. I will be co-streaming alongside Studio Wildcard on November 2nd. I think we've raised nearly $200 so far already before the event has even started, which is insane. Link will be in the description. So, let's dive into this, because if you guys know, and you've watched me for a long time, I will be brutally honest about everything. And that's always been the way my channel is. I don't hide away from things. I don't just say Studio Wildcard are the best thing ever and smile with a big, huge smile on my face. That's not the type of content creator I am. I'll always say things how I feel when certain things go on. And I'm still personally very hyped before we get into it for Fear Ascended. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is we had no information on the Dodo Rex and the Dodo Wyvern coming, which I think is very upsetting. I don't know whether Studio Wildcard have done this so they can move on to a new world without the Dodo Rex. I'm not too sure. But I did see a lot of people upset about that. But anyway, overall, it'll be fun. Obviously, we've got a new werewolf skin, it's just a little bit upsetting that there's no Dodo Rex. But this isn't the whole part of the video today. The whole part of the video is talking about Unreal Engine 5.4. So this is something, right, where I've even done votes on Twitter, I've done votes on my YouTube, saying, like, what would you prefer, content or Unreal Engine 5.4 and upgrades, right? Because ARK players have always lived in a kind of place where because they're so used to the problems, they get so used to the game just being kind of a bit broken. But, for me personally, when I play ARK, I don't have the craziest of problems. I mean, I've had all types of stuff that maybe it's because I'm used to it, right? I've had all types of problems, but ARK, you can still enjoy ARK. If you're playing single player, if you're playing unofficial, you can still enjoy ARK and have so much fun. Yes, there are a lot of issues that are frustrating, but if you're on the official servers, that's where things these days are just pretty much feels impossible. That's what I've been told from people that watch me and they play official. One thing ARK players want more than anything is a improvement to the game, and fixing it pretty much. And I know that word fixing ARK is just, it's such a big word. It covers so many different areas. But a lot of players were excited for this Unreal Engine 5.4 update. And the thing that's just really upsetting, I guess, with this situation is, this was so important to the community, and don't get me wrong, I'm so hyped for Extinction. I can't wait. I'm as a content creator, I love launches, right? But I do know also as a content creator how important the engine upgrades are for ARK, because it's, people spend hours and hours and hours on this game and have been through I do sometimes feel like, as a developer of a studio, you could probably lose sight of, when people are playing your game, you could probably lose sight of how much time people actually put in, and also how much things people can lose because of the game being unstable at points. And it's frustrating. And I know Studio Wildcard know the problems in their game, but yeah, I was just disappointed. So I'm just going to read through this again, and then we'll cover some points. So they said Unreal Engine 5.4 is being pushed back a little bit, but it's still well underway. Now, bear in mind, I made a video a couple of days ago, and I want to say that I predicted pretty much everything, which I'm pretty proud of. But, well, to be honest, I don't get proud of it anymore because I literally have been doing these videos for like 8 years. But I said, guys, I have a bad feeling about this. And the reason why I said that is because it was from a simple message from Dolly. It just said, we'll have more info on this soon. And the fact there wasn't much hype behind it or anything like that, I literally thought to myself, it's not coming this year. And I said it in the video, and so many of you guys in the comments said, Dom, I agree with you. I'm worried about this too. And then obviously, behold, the delay was here. But before we determine a new launch timeframe, let's give you a little background on the process, on this process in the form of an analogy. Dom, why are you so dumb? Anyway, let's say you have a factory that bakes cakes with many specialized techniques that you designed. Now this cake factory is a little dated. Fortunately for you, cake making techniques continue to improve and new methodologies are available to enhance your cake. Seems pretty straightforward, right? But not exactly. You're working in a live cake factory. You need to continue making cakes to feed your customers, so you cannot disrupt the process to integrate these improvements. However, you can dedicate a small team to make a new cake factory based on the original and incorporate the upgrades. Now, can I just say something? So the one thing is ASA, when it launched in October, it had a contract. It had to launch in October. It wasn't finished. And it's a shame because really, when you're releasing a game like ASA, a remastered version of ARK, Survival Evolved, the game should have come with every single DLC that we had before. And, you know, a remaster is, you know, being able to play, when you purchase a product, being able to play what you've played before, remastered and better, and then looking forward to new things in the future. And I do believe, in my personal opinion, ASA was a last-minute decision and rushed. Now, you know, when I look at, you know, when I say these things, obviously, Studio Wildcard, you know I love you, and you know I've supported this game so much over the years. And I would love to have opportunities like Ras Clark's had in this community crunch that he's going to be on, you know, he's going to be on Extra Life. But I don't personally, by the way, I'm not saying that Ras does this because he has called out a lot of stuff over the past. But like, I have to just be honest with my audience. Like, I've never been one of those people that can sort of sit there and sort of just smile through the pain. It's just never been something that I can do. I have to say something, which, yes, can be bad. And when you're in a job or whatever in life, sometimes you do just have to say, yes, sir, and get on with it. And that is life. And it's so frustrating. So many people who are watching this video, you guys know it at jobs, when your boss says something that you don't agree with, it's painful having to sit there. But because I have this platform where I'm free to say what I want as long as it's respectful, I like to be able to call things out like this. And it's very, very frustrating that, you know, ASA was... I understand where they're coming from, right, with this new cake factory. But the game should have been in a better place before they launched it. Like, it's a real shame that everything comes down to money sometimes. And, you know, and I do think this is what's hurt Wildcard. In the future, I think ASA could be pretty good. But that's when I think it, you know, at that stage is when I feel like that's when it would have been ready to actually properly launch. And the game is in early access. But anyway, let's read through a bit more. So this is the stage we're at. We've branched the code base, completed the upgrade, and now going through the time-consuming process of ensuring that everything works as expected. This doesn't just include the old things that are essential to developing ARK, and we're custom built, but also making sure that the new improvements are functioning as expected within our custom code base. This impacts how you experience the game, i.e. when we cook out the files, is the gameplay as we expect, and are we noticing the performance improvements, has anything new broken, and also how we experience the editor. Our tools are functioning the way they expect them to, can level designers still create volumes, are blueprints cooking, etc, etc. So yeah, while we do want to move to the new cake factory, we're still testing that all components of our cake can be made within the new factory tools, and that cake is still a cake, but better. It's pretty lengthy and carries some risk. We could get it through quicker if we put more people onto it, but that adds more risk to the cake, and we're giving now on ASA, and we've got a lot of orders lined up for the rest of the year. So what's our new timeline? We believe the safest approach would be to release the Unreal Engine 5.4, or maybe higher at that point. It could be like 5. Whatever, probably. It's probably going to be Unreal Engine 6, isn't it, by the end, when we actually get this in Q1 next year. This allows our team to focus on significant content milestones this year, Extinction, Events, and Wasteland War, and then gently move on to wrapping up the upgrade after the break. We're really excited about the upgrade, not only because of the performance improvements, but because it gives us access to better and sharper tools to continue improving the quality of the game, and it's still coming, so hang in there. Cake is on its way, coming to a bakery near you in Q1 2025. Now, the reason I think that this... So I could look at it in two ways. I could look at it as getting this ready before Extinction would have been the perfect thing. People can enjoy the upgraded version of ARK over 2024 before the break. Or, obviously, if Studio Wildcard came out, and I know they can't make these promises because they can never hit dates, but if Studio Wildcard could come out and just be like, right, we're going to release this in 2025, and we are going to promise to you guys that 2025 is going to be the biggest year for ARK. We are going to change the way we do things. We're going to improve communication, like they've said in the past. We are going to obviously fix the game as much as we can, releasing you Unreal Engine 5.6 or whatever it's going to be at that time. And we are going to focus on game stability so much that we have the best cake factory ever. And then we can put the toppings. You know, the toppings are Extinction, Genesis Part 1, Genesis Part 2, all of that stuff on top of the cake once it's built on. Right now in ARK, it kind of feels like with how the game stability is, it feels like you've got this amazing, beautiful, pretty cake, right? And it's huge, and there's so much space on this cake. And when and someone decides to dive in and put their hand in the middle of the cake to grab some out of it because they're really hungry, they then do that, and then their hand touches the plate. They look in, and then they see this massive ring of the cake and nothing in the middle. And that is currently what ARK Survival Ascended's like. And I think I should be able to allow to put that. No, they would never allow me to put that in a community crunch. But what I'm saying from this point is the game is amazing. It's built on this great idea. It's got some great people behind it with brilliant ideas. And it's always been this, like, you know, gold mine. There's always been so much potential. But unfortunately, the game is kind of like, it's never been in its most solid place. And I feel like with ASA, if they can get the game to an upgraded engine, improve performance, and all of that stuff, I'm telling you, ARK, it will be a big year. But do I get bored of saying, I'm telling you this is going to be a big year for ARK? Yes, I do. But I just always have that hope year on year that things may change, and we'll see. But anyway, I think that's enough talking from me here. I think I've sort of explained what I wanted to explain, because I feel like I was every single comment I read on my comment section was just upset about things. So I just wanted to say my piece on it. Anyway, I love you guys, and thank you for all the support over the last sort of, you know, just over the last, I mean, I've been doing this now for, I mean, what will be October 2024. I've been doing this since 2016, so it's been a long time, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I know that obviously I'm not the most loved in the community, but I have a huge fan base that show me so much support, and I will always you know, be so grateful for that. And we keep this thing rolling for as long as we possibly can, because it's my dream, and hopefully we can just keep doing these videos just to give good feedback to Studio Wildcard. Much love to you all, and I'll see you in my next video.